My name is Caroline, and I'm here with my family to give my presentation. Many people are familiar with the phrase, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me." This is not true. Words can hurt. Why? Because words make us feel things, and sometimes the wrong things. In this presentation, I will argue that the phrase, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me," is false. I have two reasons. First, words create harmful stereotypes, and second, words lead people to false conclusions about themselves and others. Both of these reasons are illustrated in William Shakespeare's play, Much Ado About Nothing. To prove it, I will analyze the interaction between four of the play's main characters, Beatrice and Benedict, and Claudio and Hero. As the play's title suggests, the plot of Much Ado About Nothing is based on accidental and purposeful miscommunication and silly ideas that lead to unnecessary heartache. The problems of Much Ado About Nothing could have been easily avoided by not perpetuating stereotypes and by being careful not to jump to conclusions and seeking a better understanding privately, not publicly. Let's take a closer look at reason number one, harmful stereotypes. There are two kinds: self-inflicted stereotypes, which are created by the things we say about ourselves, and other inflicted stereotypes, which are caused by hearing someone else say things to or about us. When we tell ourselves something repeatedly, we begin to believe it. We may struggle to escape a self-inflicted stereotype, like Beatrice and Benedict. Saying, "I'm not a math person," or "I'm not an art person," reinforces our idea that we will never grow in that area. Here's an example from real life. Vincent van Gogh was told by many people that he was a failure, and he believed it. When he began to say those things about himself as well, he also saw himself as a failure, fulfilling a heartbreaking stereotype. Vincent never saw himself as the genius artist the world considers him today. Here's an example from the play. In this scene from Much Ado About Nothing, let's look for two ways Benedict and Beatrice hurt themselves and each other.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What, my dear Lady Disdain? Are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she had such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Then it's courtesy a turncoat. But it is certain I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted, and I would I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood I am of your humour for that. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall scape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and for such a face as yours were.
Well, you are a rare parrot teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
Would my horse have the speed of your tongue? Keep your way, in God's name, I am done.
You always end with a jade's trick.
Okay, first Benedict and Beatrice told themselves and others that they were not the marrying kind, which reinforced a self-inflicted stereotype that would make it hard for either of them to ever recognize love if it came to them. Second, they created a barrier between themselves by saying negative things about each other. Even though it was a playful banter, those negative things just reinforced that distance between them. Let's go to my second reason, false conclusions. Information travels fast, whether it's true or false. Maybe we see or hear something the wrong way, and we pass on false assumptions. This is how rumors spread. We use words to confront others when we make a mistake or when we've been hurt. Doing that in anger and in front of other people, especially when it's based on false information, can destroy reputations and relationships. We must be careful about the words we use, the accusations we make, and who we share them with. Sometimes we can hurt someone by just saying something on accident or spreading false conclusions about other people, like Much Ado About Nothing's Claudio and Hero. During the wedding scene, after Claudio believes that Hero has been with another man, he chooses to humiliate her, shouting horrible things about her in front of everyone at the wedding. This is an example of trusting someone else's information without knowing the source. Claudio caused many people to grieve, especially Hero's father, Leonardo. He even puts himself in danger when Beatrice asks Benedict to challenge Claudio physically. The play lives up to its title in this scene. A storm of words that have no basis of truth create horrible feelings and physical danger within a matter of minutes. Here's another example from real life. In 2013, a fake tweet went out about President Barack Obama that said he had been injured by explosions at the White House. This false information caused panic amongst many people and proved once again that spreading rumors can lead to more than just a little joke. Some might say Benedict's and Beatrice's negative banter was just playful and fun. another way of being friendly, and that sometimes the stereotypes we create for ourselves are accurate. Some might say Claudio, or any of us, have a right to hold other people accountable or pass on personal information. There is evidence in the play that Beatrice and Benedict are having fun when they quarrel, and there is evidence that other people's meddling in their lives help them to fall in love. However, more often than not, in this story and in real life, negative words end up hurting people, reinforcing something we would rather change about ourselves or invading privacy. Don John nearly destroys the relationship between Hero and Claudio and her father, and made Claudio miserable. Knowing how much power words can have, everyone must be very careful how they use them, especially when it affects other people's lives. Overall, we end up hurting less people and feeling better ourselves when we are thoughtful and careful with the way we use words. We should avoid creating self-inflicted stereotypes and be gentle with the people we love, even when we believe they've made a mistake. We can learn a lot from Much Ado About Nothing, but hopefully we learn that our words can be either harmful or helpful.